So here's a little quick tip for Yamaha owners, and sometimes people will say, "How do you create that lovely sort of spatial, ethereal sound that you hear on a lot of sort of relaxing, sort of acoustic guitar, panpipe tracks, and things like that?" I just want to briefly show you how you can do it very, very easily on well, I'm using the Genos 2 here. What I've chosen is a classical nylon guitar, and if you get a lot of these sort of ambient guitar tracks, yes, the sound is beautiful on here. But I now want to make that a little bit more ambient than it is. Well, we go into Mixer. And the pan and volume tab down the side, if you're just using the guitar, then you probably will leave it panned centrally because you want an equal amount coming out. If you are mixing, say, two guitars together, you may want to put one on to the right, one to the left to create a nice effect as well. The first one we're looking at is chorus and reverb. Well, it's the chorus that I'm more interested in. And on Genos 2, you've got these wonderful Revelation reverbs taken from Steinberg. These are really top quality, studio quality actually, reverbs. Now we're on Revelation Medium Hall. If we press where it says that, up at the top here, look, I can look at lots of different types of reverb. So I'm going to choose Revelation Large Hall. Close that back down. So let's have a listen to the reverb. Now, to hear the effect of reverb, you need to release notes. Yeah, that's nice, but I still want a little bit more. So I'm going to increase the main time here up to about 74%. Now we've got that lovely reverb going on. I can increase the room size. Wow, that's lovely. Pre-delay, that's an interesting one. If you put just a little bit of pre-delay on, it's sort of saying here 23 milliseconds. What it means is when you first strike that note, there will actually be no reverb. So you get a really nice clean note and then the reverb kicks in. If you take it too far up, just to illustrate it, it's now 460 milliseconds. No, we might be able to create an effect, sort of echoey type effect, but it's not really what we want. But I do like to use a little bit of pre-delay because it keeps that initial sound of the note clean and crisp, and then you've got that lovely reverb kicks in afterwards. So that's set our reverb up, but we can now actually say how much of that reverb goes to the guitar sound. Don't overdo it. We sound like we're in a cavern now. But find the setting. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I've got that lovely lingering on afterwards. But there's another element I want, and that's called delay. And where we find that, we go to the next tab up and we look at effects. Well, the first thing we do is tap where it says assign part setting. So insert effect 1, so this is our additional effect really on top of the reverb. I'm going to assign that to right 1 because that's the sound that we're using. Now I have to tell it what type of effect we want. So I click where it currently says presence clearly natural. And I can see on the left hand side, I've got a delay category. Delay is like, think of it as an echo really, but takes different forms. So this is delay, left, centre, right, one. Just hear a little bit of bouncing off there in the distance. Echo. What I'm interested in, on page 2, we have tempo delay, tempo echoes. So tempo delay literally means you've got a delay, but it will bounce in time with the tempo of the rhythm. And I'm just going to increase that a little bit. Now you can hear it. If I was to adjust the tempo, the speed of that sort of repeat will increase or decrease depending on what we've done to the tempo. So we're getting that nice little repeat there. So now if we were to put a style on, let's just put a little style on. So we've created that lovely ambient sound. If you don't want as much of that, maybe I would have eased the delay back a little bit, but we've created now this real spacious sound, beautiful for that type of music. Just very quickly, let's choose a different sound that they use this sort of thing on a lot. We'll go to the pan pipes here. So we've still got a nice reverb, but we've lost our delay at the minute because we've altered the sound. So let's go back into assign part setting, right one, and let's choose tempo echo. So you've got that lovely repeat going on there. Let's close that down. Maybe we don't want as much of it because we don't want to over swamp. Yeah, that is lovely. So we can now create this type of thing. And they're the type of effects that you get on these, as I say, these nice ethereal relaxation tracks you get. So it's a mixture of reverb and delay. Obviously, for other types of music, you don't necessarily want all that reverb and all that delay, but this was specifically to show you how to create those sort of lovely ambient sounds.